I wish I had this information how many years ago? Like almost 28 years ago. Back in the uni. I would have loved it so much. So anytime I see opportunity like this being given to you, I'm so much envious. That is just to let you know that don't joke with such information, right? Most of us back in the day, if we had known about this, our student loan wouldn't have used it on shadows and all those unnecessary things would have invested positively. Okay, so please, don't take this as a waste of time. Everything over here, I believe, was outlined purposely for you to take advantage of. Amen. Amen. Most of the time when I stand behind on the stage like this, I feel like preaching because I do that as part of the things that I do to serve. Okay. So I want to take you through, something very briefly because time is already gone. So I just want to drive home the point and make sure that I leave you with something significant that you can remember. So just give me 10 minutes of your time. Okay. In less than 24 hours, a lot of things have happened with me. I took some days off to stay with my daughter before she resumes and goes back to school. So actually I picked her from my mom's place just to take care of her. Yesterday around 11, I got a call from my boss that is in the evening. Oh, Judith, there's a presentation. I know you've been involved in this before, so I would love you to do it. And guess what? She said the presentation is for tomorrow. So I was like, fine, I could take my daughter back to my mom, prepare and then come, even though I'm not supposed to be, I'm on leave, right? Then this morning after 8, you know where I live? Bujumbura. So coming from Bujumbura, you haven't made any arrangements for your daughter to be taken. There's no one to take care of her. And then I was called, and the program is actually not tomorrow, but it's today. What do I have to do? All the way from Bujumbura. I had a lot of tidying up to do in my house, so even the dress to wear, I didn't even know where it was. So you can see, but I need to find a way of coming here. When I got here, the laptop that I used around 11 p.m. last night, I turned off, I switched on the laptop, everything gone. So as I'm here, I don't have any presentation for you from the laptop, but by the grace of God, I'll be able to minister to you. You see, this thing happened because I have to go through a lot of uncertainties. This situation, if you are faced with it, what do? And that's what exactly insurance presents to us. Uncertainties all around us. If you happen to fall into it, what do? By way of introduction, Prudential Life is an insurance company in Ghana with our headquarters in the UK, right? Prudential has been in existence for over 175 years. That should tell you that Prudential is a good company to do business with. If you want to insure with any insurance company, make sure you know the background of the company. This company has been running from UK, Asia, and then we are in Africa. It means that this company is a company that if you have a claim, the company can pay, right? So because we are promising you something that we will deliver at a future date, okay? So uncertainty, what is insurance? In the layman, we define insurance as a pool, okay? Where we have a lot of people contributing into it. If anything happens to the unfortunate few, we dip our hands into the pocket and make sure we pay. Right? That is a simple definition of insurance. Let me bring it more home. As we are here, I believe we belong to welfare groups, okay? We belong to our own associations where every month we pay some amount of money, like dues, right? And we say that, okay, somebody's getting married, somebody loses their mom or dad, we put our hands into it and pay. What happens to someone who comes to school for how many years? 3-4 years, nothing of that nature happens. Meanwhile, you're taking the money from the person, but the person doesn't benefit from all these ones. What happens? That is how life is, and that's how the portfolio has been designed. So you all agree that we are doing this to be able to help others. So that is the concept of insurance, okay? So this morning, I'm just here to educate you. All these uncertainties of life, one thing we are sure of is that death is no longer an uncertainty, right? We have different branches of insurance. One group takes care of property and all the other things you can take care of, okay? Then the other branch, which is life, which is what I am here to present to you, takes care of the life of an individual, right? So the question is that if the uncertainty hits you, for most of us, or me, let me use myself as an example. As a student, if my daddy had died, I wouldn't have been able to complete my education. That was because my dad didn't know anything about insurance, okay? That was because he was only depending on his income, right? So what happened, and this, all he had was his pension. He didn't have any extra because he had to take care of his children, right? But today, people shouldn't die without their children being able to continue their education. That is because, my brother here is talking about investment. His is a different angle, which is also something that we need to explore and make sure that we do. Insurance, on the other hand, we make you a promise today by payment, in some cases, of a single premium. You stand the chance of having a big benefit. So let's say there are different insurance policies. There are some that are savings related, linked, okay, such that you need to pay consistently for a number of years for you to qualify or benefit. They are the savings linked policies. But if we talk about proper insurance, which is the risk, that one, you don't have to wait for the term to end. I can buy an insurance policy today, okay? There may be a waiting period of 6 months, 3 months, depending on the type of policy, okay? So when you are coming on board, we allow you to say that, okay, we use the ages and the amount that you want to do the calculation of the premiums for you. So you come on board and we say, okay, with this, maybe you will say, I want a cover of 100,000. Do you know that while seated here, you can have a cover of 100,000 on your life? Such that if anything should occur, any uncertainty should strike you by way of death, accident, touch wood, disability, there's something that you can leverage on, okay, to get. So those policies are usually not expensive. So in some cases, 50 Ghana, you could get a cover of 100,000, 50,000 on your life immediately, okay? So most people in school like this, we also need to take advantage of that. Can you imagine, especially with the savings-related policies, if you decide to put aside, like he rightly said, 10 cedis a week to say that I want to commit to an insurance policy, by the time you are out of school, few years after, you have some money because your policy would have matured, right? On top of the savings, you also have the risk bit attached to it, so that if anything should happen to you, you can easily dip your hands, like get the money paid out to you from the insurance company. It is no longer the case that when something bad happens, people would have to dip their hands into their coffers to take care of that. So for instance, funeral, for instance, you see a lot of people now, the trend is people doing funerals in the funeral homes, the transitions, the lashibi, and it's like that's the trend. Usually in Africa or in Ghana, when someone dies, we always want to give a befitting burial. There is no excuse for you to say that I'm in school. So touch wood, right? We all know that death, though we don't know when it will happen, we are sure that it's an inevitable end, right? Sometimes when you talk about it, a lot of people get offended, but this is insurance that we are talking about, and we are talking about how to leverage on insurance to have that kind of financial stability in the future, right? So we all don't know when it will happen, but definitely will happen. If it won't happen, if it is not us, it may be our parents, okay? There is no excuse you can give to your friends to say that this has happened, I've come for your funeral, and there's no money to cater for you. It should never be said of us. We have policies that are very cheap, that if you buy, you could have a cover of as high as 50,000 on your life, on the life of your parent, and you'll be paying very little amount of money month on month. I have have been running a funeral policy for over 20 years, and guess what? I bought it when my dad was like 63. Now my dad is 83. I don't wish for my dad to go, even though he is sick, right? I'm not wishing for him to die, but if he should die right now, as for that financial stability, find what to use to take care of the funeral, it is there not because I have, or I'm going to dip my hands into my savings or whatever, that's even if I have enough savings. I'm going to leverage on all the insurance policies that I have bought to take care of them. So every month, you see, insurance forces us to do that and consistently pay the premium. You'll be forced to do that. That is why when you join, we ask that you bring on board you give us your bank account details. So no matter how little the money is, we take it out small, and by the time anything should happen to you, you know you have enough money to take care of that need. A deal that I went through in less than 24 hours yesterday to today. My question to you is that if life strikes you with the uncertainty, what do you do? Would you have that financial muscle to be able to take care of that? That is what insurance is presenting to you. You don't need a big amount of money. No. Some people buy funeral policy, they want a cover of 20,000, they are paying 10,000, and they are paying like 20 Ghana cedis a month, depending on your age. So from today, as we talk, open your mind to insurance. Insurance is a good thing. Insurance will give you that financial muscle to be able to shoulder the challenges of the future. Okay. Then number 2, in the morning, doctor touched on something that you are not supposed to use the profession that you are studying now. It is not for you to make profit out of it. I took notice of that, right? Prudential, as you can see here, we say we give you the most out of life. Prudential is a company that offers franchise system to the agent. And we recruit from SHS graduates through to uni graduates. So depending on wherever you fall, we have room for you, okay? So as you are doing this as a student, there's a way you can also leverage on your skills. There are people who talk a lot. They talk and even put themselves into trouble. What I'm trying to present to you this afternoon is that come to Prudential, leverage on that, become a sales agent so that you can also get value for the talking that you know how to do, right? So like she said, you can be in school and still be an entrepreneur, because when you come, we support you to make sure that you do your business and you do it well. We have nurses who are also selling our product, okay? So what this will mean is that all the people you meet in church, even if you finish and you are practicing, the patients who come to you, the way you treat them, afterwards you can go and offer insurance to them. So this afternoon, we are giving you 2 things. Opportunity to understand what insurance stands for and to partake in it as a customer. And then number 2, to also join us as an agent, okay? Insurance, I end with this. It is said that insurance is the only thing that when you buy, you can immediately make your will before you make your money, right? That is because I can decide, come on board today, I want a cover of 200,000. On the form itself, we ask you how you want to distribute it. You haven't made that money yet, but with insurance, sometimes just by paying 3 premium for even a single premium, depending on the type of the policy, you have made your will with that 200,000 and you can easily share. Remember, the green leaf is falling, the dry one is also falling. It could be any of us. So when we talk about insurance, let's embrace insurance with an open mind, okay? We are here to serve your need. I'll leave my number behind. You know, usually because insurance is tailored to the individual needs, we advise that you draw close to us. We ask you questions that based on your particular situation, we'll be able to help you choose a product that would be suitable or that would best suit your pocket and your needs. So that is why I'm here. Let's prepare to shoulder the financial shock when the uncertainties of life hit us, because death is inevitable and everybody could be the next victim at any point in time. Thank you.